Well, hi. Today is Monday, November 24th, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. Well, let's start with a big thank you to everyone who stopped by the Masonic Lodge on Friday during Winterfest, and we are estimating, and actually I think this number is a little low, but we are estimating we had 750 people come through and pick up some free hot chocolate and cider and a cookie. Heard the chanters from the Shriners in Omaha. They're singing Christmas carols. They did a fantastic job. And big thank you to everyone who came through. And also thank you to the city of Council Bluffs for holding Winterfest. This was the 10th annual, and it was beautiful. We were live on Facebook when the lights came on, so you can actually go back and see that. Sean Williams, another Mason, and I were there doing a live webcast, and we had the camera was on when the lights came on, so if you'd like to be able to see that, you can go back and check that out. Also, we want to make a programming note that this is Thanksgiving week. We will not have a show on Thursday, but we will be back on Friday. And then we are going to be going around to small businesses on Saturday. Why? Because it's Small Business Saturday. And we're going to be doing live webcasts from a lot of different locations around the area. So we invite you to look for those. Even if you don't see them live as they're happening, you can see them going back and be able to watch. And we'll be talking with shop owners and learning a little bit more about some of the things that they have planned for this Christmas season. So we're going to start in Council Bluffs and then just start making our way east and south. And it's going to be a great, great Saturday. Something else is coming up in the spring, and it is called The Wall That Heals. You may have read about this, that this is actually a really big deal. It's coming to Pottawattamie County. This is a 3/4 scale replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. It includes both the Wall of Names and a mobile education center. This replica spans nearly 375 feet in length, stands about 7.5 feet high at its tallest point, and it is going to be at West Fair over Memorial Weekend. And we thought that we should learn some more about it. So we went to Rebekah Adair, who works at the Veterans Office and also was involved in the committee that put in the application and was able to get the Vietnam Memorial Wall here. And, well, I'm going to let Rebekah explain some of the different things to you because it's a fascinating story, and it's really a huge honor that we have this, not just coming here, but also that it's going to be here over Memorial Weekend. So Rebekah Adair is our guest today on Morning Coffee. Navigating the healthcare system, challenging, frustrating, time-consuming for you and your family. That's where Miners Healthcare in Council Bluffs steps in. Nurse advocates providing one-on-one guidance and support every step of the way. It's headed up by Julie Wiesman. We're going to get Julie on the show very, very soon to talk more about everything that it is that she's doing. One of the busiest ladies that I know, has a true entrepreneurial mind, and I love talking to her. And if you'd like to learn more about what she is doing, go to minershealthcare.com. Let Miners Healthcare take the stress out of healthcare. The Mile Away is closed today because it's Monday. It's the one day they take off during the week to make sure that everybody has time with their families. They'll be back again tomorrow for lunch starting at 11 o'clock. They're open Tuesday through Friday for lunch, 11 to 2, and then the regular hours opening up for breakfast at 10 o'clock on Saturdays. Wonderful place to watch a game. This is one of my favorite places to go, and the food is top-notch. The Mile Away, located on Old Lincoln Highway, just north of Council Bluffs. A leak, a clogged drain, or a big remodel? No problem for Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs with fast, reliable service and expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. Travis and his son Hayden are the owners of Waldstein Plumbing. They were also over to watch the final home Hawkeye game. I saw Travis post about it. He wasn't real happy. Yeah, Iowa got a win, but they did not play well. And that's a team they should have handled pretty easily, and it came down to a last-second kick. So happy that the Hawkeyes got the win, but it is really a struggle. And that Hawkeye-Husker game coming up this Friday. It's a Black Friday game, and you can, I'm sure we'll get Travis back on talking about this thing. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, Nebraska coming off that loss to Penn State, so we'll see. And, yeah, we'll fill you in on Iowa State after we have a chance to talk with Rebekah Adair, and that's coming up just shortly. Want to remind you that Morning Coffee brought to you by Steve Erlob, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Council Bluffs. Learn how he can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com for more information. Edward Jones, member SIPC. And S&B Country Kennel, your top spot in Southwest Iowa. When you need to know, your dog will receive only the best. Boarding, daycare, grooming, self-washing, training, and even a membership available to a dog park that's over an acre in size. S&B Country Kennel also has rescue dogs, so check with them about adoption possibilities. S&B Country Kennel, located just west of I-29 on Bungie Avenue, south of Council Bluffs. sbcountrykennel.com is the website. That is country spelled with a K. As I mentioned, something very special is coming to Pottawattamie County this Memorial Weekend for 2026. And then to tell us more about it is Rebekah Adair. She is the education coordinator for the Wall That Heals Committee. And Rebekah, first, thank you so much for your time. And also, I want to learn about what this Wall That Heals is. I'm going to let you explain what this is and why it's so important that we're going to be seeing it here in Pottawattamie County.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. We've been planning this for months now, and it was just released, so we're able to talk about it. We're so excited. The Wall That Heals is a traveling replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall that's in DC. Smaller, obviously, goes to dozens of cities around the U.S. The wall itself is 375 feet long and about 7.5 feet tall. So it's about 3/4 of the size. The entire exhibit is the wall as well as an educational center that comes as well. So it's a pretty big event.
What prompted a committee to be formed, obviously, and wanting to put Pottawattamie County's hat into the ring in order to get this honor? What was that process like?
It was a little over a year ago now. Our administrator, Peggy Becker, she had discussed with me her desire to have more outreaches for the department. So things that we are doing as opposed to going off and being involved in what other people are doing, other organizations are doing. She'd heard about the wall, thought we should look into it. I did, and I thought it was possible. We have an amazing support system here at the VSO. I knew we'd be able to kind of dip into that, and we have. The committee that we formed is pretty incredible. We have veterans from almost every branch who are involved. We have a Vietnam veteran who's one of our co-chairs. So we came together, looked at some locations, and decided not only was it possible, but this is something that really needs to be brought to the area.
How many cities applied to be in this and to receive it?
I believe there was over 150 cities that applied.
And how many actually were chosen?
31.
Wow. That's that something had to be in there that impressed the decision makers that said, we want to bring it to Pottawattamie County. This is, we can see how it could have a big impact there. Did you get any word at all about what went into the decision and some of the different things they looked at, or is that kind of a mystery?
That is a little bit of a mystery. In some of the meetings that we had with their program manager and with their team, she was quite interested in the location of the event. We actually had looked at 3 or 4 different locations, and the one that we landed on, which was West Fair, she was impressed with its location within the county, its closeness to the highway system, and also how easy it would be for people in each part of the county to make it there. And that was important for us. We want to not just have it in Council Bluffs, but have it be accessible to the surrounding areas. We had initially had a date scheduled in July, right after Independence Day. And the final meeting that we had before the announcement took place, she told us she was so impressed with the area, with our committee, that her team had decided to instead move us up and give us Memorial Day. So that was a huge honor for not only us as a committee, but I feel like for us as a county as well.
Yeah, you're right. That is, I can't think of a more appropriate weekend to be showing that. So how long will the display be available?
So the display itself is 4 days. Now our timing is a little different. Typically their display runs from Thursday to Sunday. We're special in this regard. Our display is going to run Friday to Monday so that it covers Memorial Day itself. So it's 4 days, 24 hours a day. It's open just like the wall in Washington, D.C. is. So it's open 24 hours a day to the public, free of charge.
Is this something that you have to put people in place to be able to monitor and to run and to staff, or does that come with the display?
Oh no, the only thing that comes with the display are two of their staff members who are essentially running and managing the event. No, all of the volunteers, everything is our committee.
I think this is tremendously exciting, and I'm wondering what the reaction was when everyone there on the committee found out that, hey, we not only were we accepted, but we're kind of singled out.
Mhm. I it was kind of a spur of the moment. I was the only one that was available at the time to take that call. So I got the news and then had a moment and told everyone I think we need a meeting. When we sat down, everyone was stunned. I don't think it was excitement at that moment. It was just shock. Um, when we took it to our commission, Pottawattamie County, they were floored. They were so excited about it. So I think everyone is still kind of reeling that not only did we get it, but we got it on such a weekend. I have to admit, when we were going through the first stages, we thought, okay, this is our first bid. We probably won't get it. Maybe we'll try again next year. So it's been a ride.
Has this been known long enough now that anything else is planned or in place for the time out there? Is it just going to be the wall? Will there be anything else going on?
No, that's actually one of the stipulations. This is the big event, is the wall, the exhibit that's going to be there, the educational center that's going to be out there next to the wall. No, this is in and of itself the only thing we're focused on.
That actually makes sense because, I mean, this is something I think that is important enough that it should stand on its own. So I'm understand completely why it is that that would be part of the criteria in order to be able to get it. And also, it's exciting that you got that location, and we're able to, I'm sure, make an agreement with the folks out at West Fair and say, hey, we can put this out there. It's going to be easy for folks to get in and out and to be able to see that. And it's interesting that it's going to be available 24 hours a day. I mean, that was something that I hadn't really anticipated you saying.
That's one thing that I don't think a lot of people think about or are aware of. But yes, the wall that's coming functions exactly like the wall that's in DC. The whole point is making that available to people who may not be able to make it out to DC, veterans and their families who may not be able to make it out. They'll still be able to honor the veterans who served in that war. They'll be able to honor the sacrifice of those who didn't make it home. And those who maybe don't necessarily have a connection with the Vietnam War or with that piece of history, they'll be able to come out and maybe make a connection with it.
Can you talk about where your passion for veterans comes from? It's obvious that you have it. So can you fill us in a little bit on that?
My mother was in the Navy. And I have an uncle that was in the Marine Corps and an uncle that was in the Army. And I know everyone probably has their own members of the family who served, which is phenomenal. Those stories were always really a big part of our family. So when I had the opportunity to come work here, I jumped at it.
That's cool that you have you're able to make your career part of something that means so much to you, and the fact that something this exciting coming to the area. So I think what I would encourage people to do right now is, we're early enough. We're still 6 months, a little more, I think, out from this. Is for your Memorial Weekend plans, make this part of it. Make sure that you're incorporating getting out to West Fair and seeing the wall at Heels. Make that be a part of what you're going to be experiencing that day. I'm sure that Memorial Day is probably going to be the busiest day, but still, I think for me, I think this might warrant more than one visit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Our team went out to Nevada when it was out there in Nevada, Iowa this August, and they said they had an incredible turnout and they had people who were returning. They'd visit and then they'd bring their friends, their family to come visit as well. So we're expecting this to be quite a busy event. We'd love to see everyone come out, and if people have time, we'd love to have volunteers to staff the wall.
I didn't know that you needed that. All right. Well, let's talk about that for a minute then with the volunteer end of it. What would be involved with that? What kind of skills would they need to do? What would be their duties if they wanted to be able to help out?
Really, there's no expectation for skills that they would need to have, just an able body and a willing mind. We have a variety of needs. We're still in the beginning stages, so that information is going to come out shortly. But essentially, what we'll need is people to staff the wall to lead and help people find names on the wall. Maybe give a little bit of history in the booth. Just make sure that everyone is safe and responsible. We'll be staffing it 24 hours a day, and they'll run on 3 or 4. We're still deciding what's best, 3 or 4 hour cycles. And then on top of that, we'll need assistance with the setup as well as the tear down of the wall.
Well, to just kind of encourage things, I'll make an announcement right now that you got one. I'll be there.
Perfect.
The reason for that is my dad was in the Navy, and even though he was not in Vietnam, he served during Vietnam time. So I will, and we don't have Dad here anymore. So I would like to be able to say, I know that if my dad was here and he was around in this area, he'd be there. So and be volunteering, he would do that. So I'll do it in his stead. But yeah, I will. Yeah, when the list is there and you can start writing names down, I'll contact you. We'll get my name on the list, and we'll help out with that. And I'd be very happy to do it. Anything else that folks should know about this event that we haven't talked about yet? I know that it's still really early. I'm sure you probably still have a lot of work to do that you don't know all the details yet.
Correct. One of the things that we do know is we will have ceremonies. So there is going to be an opening ceremony, a closing ceremony, and then we have one kind of floater ceremony we're still deciding on. But those are going to be even in the beginning stages, those are going to be pretty incredible. We have committee member Dr. Russell Bazalko, who's a retired major from the Air Force. He's in charge of all of that. So he's been pulling people together from Offutt and all over the place. And I think those are going to be fantastic. And it's something to look out for. So watch our social media, watch our website. Any new information is going to drop there first.
Well, I hope that you let me know and we can help spread information here. Just use me as another source to be able to get that kind of stuff out, and we'd be very happy to do it. Rebekah Adair, Education Coordinator for the Wall That Heals Committee. Congratulations on the successful application, and also, I mean, I don't know everything that you put into that application, but it definitely impressed the right people, and it impressed them in such a way that, hey, not only do we want to make sure the Pottawattamie County has it, we're giving them Memorial Weekend. That's there's no bigger time to support veterans and to be able to visit something like this than at that point. So congratulations, and thank you so much for being a part of things today.
Thank you for the opportunity to share this event with you.
As we mentioned, Small Business Saturday is this Saturday. The Advanced Southwest Iowa Corporation is going to be out and about and helping to promote this and making sure that we are shopping local. And listen, I talked about this last year. I've talked about it heading up into this week, and I'll talk about it now. Shopping local is important, and just as important is shopping in person. Go to the shops. Walk around, talk with the managers, talk with the owners, learn a little bit about your neighbors and their business. We have small businesses in communities all across Southwest Iowa, and we want you to stay at home. Of course, it is a lot easier to just jump online and, give Jeff Bezos all your money and have things delivered straight to your house, but you're missing out on so much. You're missing out on an experience that I remember back as a kid that was going out Christmas shopping. And that was the day that I was given some money in order to be able to shop for all of my brothers and sisters. And it was a different kind of feeling than I had at any other time of the year. And we're missing out on that now by doing nothing but the Amazon thing. So go out, shop local, and shop in person this holiday season. Somebody else that's going to be involved with Small Business Saturday is the Acres. And on November 29th only, you can book your event at the Acres for 2026 or 2027 and get some seriously amazing deals. Listen, they knock things down 50% for small events, which are perfect for graduation parties, bridal showers, baby showers, anniversaries, maybe family reunions. And then if you're planning a wedding, you could lock in a 3-day wedding weekend at 20% off coming up this Saturday, but you have to sign up this Saturday. So you're going to take what would have been an $8,500 investment in your 3-day wedding weekend, knock it down to $6,800. What would you do with that extra money? Maybe take it with you on your honeymoon? Yeah. And if you've already booked your wedding at the Acres, you can even add that extra day or two at the same 20% discount. Yes, this is real. So you're just going to be signing your contract on November 29th to make it official. Email the Acres or give Kimberly a call, 720-822-6713 to check your dates and get prepped so you can lock it in ASAP. And if you like driving, you should be getting paid for it. As a first student bus driver, you'll work short hours, earn a competitive wage, and make a difference in the lives of children. And that pay starts with a sign-on bonus. Fully licensed drivers get a sign-on bonus of $4,000, but do you not have your CDL yet? Guess what? They're going to help you get it, and then once you do, you get a sign-on bonus of $3,000. How about that? Plus, every driver gets on-the-job training, so don't wait. Apply today at workatfirst.com. Thanks again, Rebekah Adair, for all of the great information on the wall that heals. We're looking forward to that, and as Rebekah said, they're going to be looking for volunteers, and I told her I will be there. I will be one of them, and we're going to make sure that we have this fully staffed, and it's going to be a wonderful weekend. So get it on your calendar now for Memorial Weekend that you want to be a part of this. It is it's a wonderful thing that is coming right here to West Fair, and we are really looking forward to it. That's going to wrap up today's show. Thank you so much for being a part of it. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.